So I moved out the shed because, well, I didn't really set it down to be there permanently. It had stuff growing up inside of it, and I didn't put the flooring down. It was full of junk. So moved it out, mowed the ground. We have the sheet metal over here, and then I can put that down so we have a floor. Move the shed back, prop it up with some bricks, and possibly try to anchor it down just so a tornado doesn't pick it up. And maybe go through the stuff inside of it and kind of go from there. But I just want to make sure that I don't have to move the shed to mow in it and around it anymore. And we have a problem of a couple of poison ivy plants growing up. Thankfully they kind of stop around here, but I only mowed up to here. So this time I'm going to put the shed further out. That way I have more room to get back here with some like weed spray and whatnot. It's a real shame too, because yesterday I just put a bunch of weed killer all on that stuff. It was the last of my weed killer, or the poison ivy killer, and then we had like a 10-minute shower. It just enough to wash off all of the stuff. So it's like, well, shoot, I just wasted the last of my poison ivy killer, but I think I have some more. If not, I can go find some more, but I'll just put that on in a future date, like outside of the video, because it's not that interesting to spray the stuff down. But I hope to have all that stuff nice and mostly dead to the back of the fence. And maybe keep some of this ivy over here that's not poison ivy and let that grow up a little bit. But anywhere there's poison ivy, I'm just gonna kill it all, just to make sure the poison ivy doesn't survive. If I had been more, that'd be nice, but oh well. It's probably about the rough shape of the shed anyway. So I wish it would have been a bit more coverage, because it's barely even enough to cover this. Although got one more row, but still I wish it was a lot bigger so we could actually cover the outside of it. So I'm still going to have to weed eat around it. And we have these lips that kind of stick up. There's an easy fix for those. I go away for 10 minutes and now a storm's coming in. Kind of funny. At least the wind's picked up. Been going through all this stuff, and honestly I might just throw away some of it because a good number of it's not very useful. Look what I just found. These are sheet metal from a printing press. Actually from a Heidelberg, I believe, or from a KVA Planeta. Either way, I can use this for more of the ground, hopefully. fucking giant moth. Well, not giant, but it's a big one on my leg. Do you see that? That went pretty well. Now I have a good amount of space of more coverage on the outside of either side. So whenever I have to trim, I won't have to get like, won't have to trim into the actual shed. And maybe I can just even mow over it, because I have my mower set to the highest setting. So unless it catches those sheets over there, then it should be fine. Going through this trailer and finding stuff I can throw away or sell or move. It's like that. I used to keep it just for the relays, but you know, I don't need this. That goes to a bike that I have in a pile back there, so I'll put that with that. This is wiring for an antenna, so that'll go with the antenna stuff. Car antenna booster. So that's an amplifier of some sort. Gotta keep that also, because it might be kind of cool. That'll clean up nicely, hopefully. Yeah, it will. I like keeping stuff like switches and whatnot. Lumber rack, tool bin thing. Trash. Oh. I guess I'll keep that. This is an old gun I tried to make back when I was a kid. It never really worked though. It was supposed to fit one of those big firecracker things, like those really big ones. I'll keep it. So these are pretty fun, these tops. And this bearing's still good. And that is all. Oh, and I also cleaned out that bucket so I can have more room for organizing pipes in them, so that'd be pretty good for that. That storm might actually miss us. It's kind of cool. I told my mom's husband, I told Josh that he shouldn't hang his laundry out. He was like, oh, the app says there's not going to be a storm. Bullshit. Just read the weather. There's definitely a storm ahead on top of us. Although we could look out and not get hit. I was hoping to throw away more stuff, but it kind of occurred to me some of the stuff would be good to put into the antique shop booth. I haven't been back to the antique shop booth in like a month and a half, so I haven't even edited any, like almost any of the videos from this year. Man, I really need to get through that. But yeah, some of the stuff is pretty useful. I would throw away more stuff if I had more time to go through it, but with this storm, it's just a pain in the butt. And I don't want to, like, part of me wanted to make a, like put 2 of these barrels in there and make a shelf so I can have a nice table in there. But 2 of these are going to be welded together to make a barge. So yeah. I really need to get around to fixing this thing up, because it's a nice little trailer for free. Looks like the rain's finally here. I can feel a little bit of water. I can hear some. And when I look around, I can see some water on stuff. Just a little bit, but it might get worse. And I can see some water droplets. So that's a good place to end this. And I think it's actually working pretty well. So we left it better than how we came to it. Well, okay, I didn't film it at the start. But yesterday it was all, like, that was packed, but now it's a lot cleaner because I threw away some stuff and finally got it mowed around and got the floor in. So it's nice. If you leave something better than how you came to it, then if you keep coming back to something, that whatever the thing is will hopefully end up being pretty good after a while. That's what I'm doing with the backyard, and that's what I'm doing with the basement. It's starting to pick up out here. So down here, I'm getting that shelf kind of eaten away. I've been giving away a lot of things, and I've been selling some things, as you've probably seen on the yard sale series. I have some more stuff to get rid of, but I'm slowly getting rid of that stuff, and some of this stuff can go up there, and we can work on that, and all sorts of things. And well, so that half of this stuff is mostly my mom's stuff, and so I've been helping her go through things also. But yeah, I think whenever you're dealing with this much stuff, then you really need to take it in bite-sized chunks. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's bite-sized chunk, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.